Okay, today we're going to take a full rack of spares. We're going to cut them down to St. Louis style, and I'm going to put them on the grill. Instead of smoking them, we're going to do these on the grill because a lot of people don't have a smoker. When we come back here, we'll show you how to cut these down, trim them up, get them ready. Okay, here's our full rack of spare ribs. We're going to get busy on these and get them cut down, get them trimmed up. First thing we're going to do is cut this flap off the back. Any little extra pieces of fat or anything that you see, go ahead and trim that off, get it off there. Pretty simple, pretty far. Okay, now we gotta get this membrane off. Sometimes these can be tough. Good going. It's a toughie. You don't like that sometimes. Okay. Trim it up nice. Some of that extra pad off. Straightforward so far. Now when we flip these over here, they're slaughtering all their hogs too young now, and it's what you normally do is come back to your fourth bone. Maybe this one. It's normally your longest one. You just follow it straight down, but try and just follow this fat line right here. A little bit. Just want to square them up. There's some cartilage in here that you're going to have to go through. There's a bone out there on the end. Sacrifice some of our rib bones here. Okay. There you got it. Pretty much a St. Louis style rack of ribs right here. Well, now we're going to go ahead and cook this piece too. There's some pretty good meat in there, called rib tips. Any fat you don't want on there, now it's time to get that off. There's another end down here. I'm just going to square them up. Find a spot. We'll cook that too. here we go. There's our St. Louis style ribs. So come back here in just a minute. We'll get these seasoned up, get them ready to go on the grill. Okay, I've never done this before, so we're going to try and inject these ribs. I have never injected ribs. Just sucking in a bunch of air. Okay, here we go. Let's start out with our tips. You'll feel them plump up in your hand as you add the liquid. We're just going to go between each rib here and just add just a little bit of moisture into these ribs, a little bit of flavor to the inside of the meat. Maybe get in there. And now as quick as I put it in, it's coming out. Okay, see how that experiment goes. I always used to smoke my ribs. The last couple times I've taken and I've been doing these on the grill, and I like the texture of the meat a lot better off the grill. I just haven't figured out how to get a good smoke ring on the grill. Start out with all the usual suspects here. I'm going to start out with some garlic, some onion powder, of course black pepper, yeah, you can rub these ribs down with regular prepared mustard. You know, hot dog mustard, hamburger mustard, that type of stuff out of the fridge. You can use olive oil. I just rubbed what was left of the injection on it. Okay. Chargriller. Ground chipotle, you can use cayenne. It's up to you. Like I've said before, this isn't an exact recipe, it's more about the technique. Being able to run your grill or your smoker, your cooker. Now this is turbinado sugar. I put paprika on there, and that's for the color. Everybody that watches knows paprika is for the color. And this turbinado sugar. It's raw cane sugar. It'll melt down and leave a nice glaze on there. I'm going to put these over and do the same thing to the other side, except we're going to add a little bit of ground cinnamon to the top side. I only do the cinnamon on the one side. Okay, we're going to start all over again. Start with some onion. And some garlic. I used to mix these together and then only have to do it one time, but for me it's a lot easier to put each seasoning on individually because I can tell how much of each I'm putting on. The good thing about doing these on the grill, when I do these on the smoker, they take every bit of 5 or 6 hours. And I can put these out there on the grill and I'll use a smoker plate. Alright, get that out of that, get open a new one. Which is basically all it is a heat, a diffuser basically. So you're not cooking, you're kind of cooking indirect. But it will only take these probably 2 hours. Hour and a half to 2 hours out there on the grill. And if you try this recipe, it is really good. You'll really like it. Chipotle. Really decent coat. And paprika for color. Come out of it. There it comes. Alright. Okay, turbinado on this side, and then I'm going to shake some cinnamon on this side. And I'll go out and I'll get my grill ready. I'll be back. Remember, I'm gonna put some cinnamon on the top of this. I just don't have it out. But I'll do that. I'm gonna stick these in the fridge, let them sweat, and when we get ready to stick them on the grill, I'll be back. Okay, we're out here at the grill. Now, the way I've got this set up, this is a Chargriller Akorn. Bought it at Wally World. It took a little while to get used to using it. The biggest thing with these, don't let them get overheated, because if you do, you're done. You can't get the tip back down on them. So, it's right about 200 right now. I really want to get it up right in the 250 range, but I got smoke, and I'm going to go ahead and put these on. So I already got my beans on. There's a smoker plate. I have my coals in a pile, 2 pieces of apple wood, there's a smoker plate, got my grill, and then I've got my grate, and I've got this upper grate. I'm going to put the bigger part of the ribs up here. Now when you put your ribs in, doesn't matter where you put them in or what you're cooking them on, squeeze them together. It's called accordion up. Squeeze them together. Now we're going to keep an eye on this. As you can see, we've got pretty good smoke. I really like the texture of the ribs on this grill. I really do. The biggest thing is I can't get a smoke ring on it. So hopefully by putting it in there at a cooler temperature while the smoke's on, we'll get some good smoke in these. But we'll be back. I'll let these go about an hour and we'll check them. Alright, it's been almost an hour. We're going to look at this. When I put these ribs on, the temperature's right around 200, but I wanted to get smoke. And the biggest thing, don't overfuel these. There's always coals left in the bottom, so when you shut this thing down, it's airtight. So it's either between a third and a half of the chimney of coals that I start out with. Don't overfuel them. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh, they're looking good. We're right at 50 minutes or so on them. And they're looking juicy. I don't know if you can see that. The color is incredible. Alright, I'm going to give those probably another 30 minutes. And I'm going to check the temp on them, because probably around in the 140s, that is when we're going to wrap them. So, be back in a little bit. Okay. It's been right at an hour. And actually, the first thing we want to do is lay down a little bit of honey. Get it down there where it'll squirt out. Get some honey down there. Brown sugar. And then we got some squeezed butter. You don't have to use squeezed butter, you can use regular butter. I don't know how much is in this, but we may end up using regular butter too. Now we're going to put our ribs in here. We're going to lay them inside down. We're going to do the same thing again, same process. Some brown sugar. Some butter. Everything's better with butter. It's like everything's better with bacon. Honey. If you can't tell, I like a sweet rib. Okay, the other thing we're going to do here is we're going to take our spritz, our apple juice, pour just a little bit of this down in here. Okay. Now we're going to wrap these up tight. Alright. You want them wrapped up tight so they can steam inside that foil. Now we're going to do the same thing with our tips. I'm really glad I decided to check the temp on those. Right after the last segment, when it was at 50 minutes and I sprayed them with apple juice, I decided about 5 minutes later to go back out and check them. And lo and behold, they were in the mid 140s, which is what we wanted, the mid 140s. And then there was honey. This stuff in there. You want to wrap it up tight. Repeat the process. A good brown sugar. Butter. More honey. Pretty easy process. Now these are going to go back out there on the grill, and we're shooting for about 195. That's the temperature I like my ribs for texture wise, and they aren't going to be pulled off the bone or anything like that. Actually, if you cook them until they pull off the bone, you've overcooked them. That's our little secret. Alright, I'm going to seal these up and put them back on the grill. And when they get done, we'll be back. Alright, here's the ribs. We're going to cut into these. The secret to when you go to cut a rib, flip it upside down, as you can see in between where the bones are at. So we're going to just make a slice here. Didn't get any kind of smoke ring. We got a little bit of smoke. I have a hard time getting smoke on that grill, but I tell you, I love the texture of this. Let's take a bite. See what we got. It looks really good. That clean to the bone. Meat doesn't pull off the bone. This is really what you're after when you end it. Oh man, the flavor. Take your favorite barbecue sauce, put on these. If you want to put it back in, let the sauce set for maybe 20 minutes or something. I'm telling you, this is awesome. So until next time, keep smoking it and eat it.